and half box braids. I'm have to travel for work, and I found out that we're going to do headshots, and so I wanted to have my hair done. It took me a while to figure out what I was going to do, and I settled on braids. Yes, I don't want you to come in. Why? Because I'm in the middle of making a video. So I'm using, obviously I'm a mommy, so I had to lock myself in the bathroom. So I am using some hair that I've never used before. Easy braid. It's supposed to be anti-itch and pre-stretched and all of that. So I'm using color 2. I have, I washed my hair, and I washed it and put leave-in conditioner on it yesterday, and then I just put it in 2 cornrows and let it dry. And so I don't have any other hair products on my hair. So as I braid, I'm using this Creole Essence OMG Curl Cream, and I'm using, on top of that, the Creole Essence pomade. And then I'm using the Shine and Jam Edge Magic on the edges.
Can you please guard this?
Okay, just put it down.
So you won't rip it?
Okay.
I'm just gonna let it.
Close my door, please.
Okay.
So I want to make sure that my hair is moisturized and that it stays moisturized while I have the style in. I don't know how long I'm going to keep it in, maybe a couple of weeks longer if it will last, but I exercise a lot and I sweat a lot in my head. And when my hair gets really fuzzy, it annoys me, so I tend to take it out. Hello, thank you for joining. So I'm getting ready to cornrow this section of my hair. I just moisturized it with this OMG Creole Cream. And I've got my section of hair here that I'm going to use. Actually, I'm going to do something a little bit different that I normally don't do. So I'm going to section it here. I'm going to divide it into halves and then do that.
It's not any on the counter. I'm going to go over to
Just leave that alone because he asked you to. And maybe I won't because it doesn't work well for me. Anyway, I'm gonna go back doing what I put this back together, and I'm gonna do what I normally do. Okay. I never noticed how pink my scalp gets when I'm braiding my hair. Okay, so that one is done. I'm going to use an extra piece of hair. That was kind of thick. I'm going to join it right in there in the corner there. And just keep braiding. So I wanted to have I wanted to do feed-in braids, but or Ghana braids, whatever you prefer to call them. But that's really not my specialty. I started these two trying to do it, and it just didn't work out. So I stuck to what I knew. I also don't want to be doing this all day. Overall, it will probably have taken me between 4 and 5 hours, I think, to do the whole thing. I'll turn around in a minute so you can see the box braids. Okay. I ate breakfast, but I'm hungry. And after this, I'm going to go and mow the lawn. Unfortunately, it's not hot. It feels nice. I think it's probably in the low 60s right now. Might still be in the 50s. Okay, so I've got this one. This is the side view where it's done, and then so that's what I've got so far. It goes much faster on the second side because the parts are already made. I just make them even with the parts that exist on the other side. And then I keep going. Using a rat tail comb makes it easy to get the parts. Oops. Okay, I'm good with that. Tuck this one right out of the way. I almost jabbed myself in the eye with my thumb. And then I want to use this little clip to make sure I just clip this little piece here out of the way. Again, put the cream, the Creole Essence hair cream. Especially down on the ends. Followed up by the Creole Essence pomade. And again, especially on the ends. Use a little bit of the Shine and Jam. Put my hair together. When I get my little section, oops. When I get my little section in the front, then I divide the extension hair with a piece of, and combine it with a piece of, with that strand of my hair to really anchor it around the edge. It's blurry, I'm sorry, it's blurry. My camera's probably dirty. After I finish, I'm going to dip them in hot water so that they won't be so stiff. My neighbor has a Tesla, and it sounds like a spaceship. Every time he drives it, it sounds like a spaceship. Ooh, for some reason, when I kind of hold my head down like that and look up, it makes me feel like I'm going a little bit cross-eyed. Hello, thank you for joining. I am putting cornrows in the front part of my hair. I've got box braids in the back. And I'm using this hair called Easy Braid. I am tired of doing this, but I'm almost done, and then I can move on with my life. And that's why I wanted to do my hair. I didn't feel like wearing a wig and all that because I didn't want to have to keep doing something every morning. So at this phase in my life, I really just don't have time to be fooled up with hair. I made that one a little bit too. It's a pretty good first pass at my part. Okay. I think I'm gonna put the rest of these back in a ponytail so they won't be bothering me so. Ooh, I'm gonna be so happy when this is done. I'm very happy with the style. I'm very happy that it's a blessing to be able to do my own hair. And that's why I used to teach workshops to teach other women how to do their hair, their own hair, not necessarily to do anybody else's hair or like do their daughter's hair. But because, man, there are a lot of talented braiders and stylists out there, but some of these people they just knock your head off with these prices. And because I braid hair, I've worked as a hair braider, as a natural hairstylist. I'm a writer. I really understand the value of a person's time, especially a small business owner, and all of that. But it also is a struggle for me sometimes to pay some of these prices. I just feel like it's exorbitant. For my birthday this year, I wanted my hair braided and I didn't feel like doing it. I wanted somebody else to do it. And so I paid $170 for box braids, and it just was not a good experience. I mean, she did a good job, although there were some parts that were where I didn't really want her to braid, like around the edges. It's like, you don't have to try to get all that hair in there because it's not going to go. So some of them were tight and painful. And then, like, I went to her house and her whole family was there. She had a husband and 3 children. The youngest was like 1, and still nursing. And she had to keep stopping to take care of the baby, which really frustrated me from a client perspective, because I'm like, listen, I'm paying you. I'm here. You knew you had an appointment. So it would have been better for you to make arrangements. Or at least, make arrangements with your family, one of your children or your husband, to keep the baby occupied while, while you're working. So it frustrated me from a client perspective, but then it also frustrated me from a wife and a wife and mother perspective, because it's like, your whole family is home. They see you're trying to work. So why won't somebody just offer to take the baby? It was just really annoying. So I wanted her to do them medium size. She ended up doing them small. So it took a lot longer than I wanted to be there. So it just wasn't a good experience. So more often than not, when I have the time and patience to do my hair myself, I'll do it, because it's just hard going to people sometimes. So if you have a good stylist and you have a good braider, keep her. Or him, whoever. Oh no, my hair dropped. I am not an edges person, so I struggle to make them act right. Even with the edge control, I guess I need to put the edge control on and then tie it down or something so it sets. But even then, I find that it just curls back up. Or it turns white. So I've had some that turn white. So that's not cool either. Okay, this one is going to come forward like the one on the other side. Listen. Then don't play with them. Out of here. You guys go put on some clothes and go outside. Yes, put on some clothes and go outside.